It all began with what seemed like a routine welfare check, the kind that officers handle every day without much drama. But as the Hudson police pulled up to the quiet house on that April evening in 2023, nothing could have prepared them for the horror waiting just beyond the front door.
Valid negative, has the DPW.
Is he in the floor? Oh, shoot. You said you see blood?
The call came in at precisely 6:47 p.m. on April 19th, initiated by Maryanne Karandang, who was Todd Morgan's second ex-wife and the mother of their young daughter. She explained that Todd had failed to pick up their 4-year-old girl, Cecilia, from school that afternoon, something completely out of character for him. Officers soon arrived at 328 West Streetsboro Street, the home where Todd lived alone. As the female officer approached and carefully peered through the front window, her voice captured the shock. In that single, heart-stopping moment, what had started as a simple check on someone's well-being twisted into the discovery of a brutal crime scene, one that would unravel a story of betrayal, deception, and unimaginable loss. The officers didn't waste a second, radioing for emergency medical services right away at 6:52 p.m. as the weight of the situation settled over them like a heavy fog.
Understand radio? Come on. Go around back. Get EMS out here.
Pushing forward with caution, they entered through the unlocked back door, stepping into the kitchen where Todd Morgan's body lay motionless on the floor. He was still dressed in his simple dressing gown, a stark head wound visible against his pale skin, the blood around him telling a story of finality that had set in long before their arrival.
Oh boy. There's a lot of blood. Party looks to be... I might have fell. Crap. Oh wow.
Scattered throughout the house were 8 9mm shell casings, one even resting near the base of the stairs, silent witnesses to the chaos that had erupted here. Yet, strangely, there was no gun anywhere in sight, leaving everyone to wonder what exactly had transpired in this once peaceful home.
I don't see a weapon. That's why I'm thinking something else.
This house, which should have been a sanctuary, now held dark secrets waiting to be uncovered. The officers methodically cleared it room by room. They searched for any signs of life or further danger. In one of the children's bedrooms, they came across a toppled piggy bank, with coins scattered haphazardly across the carpet, as if someone had knocked it over in a hurry. But was it part of the crime, or just an innocent mishap? Todd Morgan wasn't just any victim. He was a devoted father to 2 young children from his separate marriages. There was Aaron, his 10-year-old son shared with his first ex-wife, Teresa Reagan, and Cecilia, the nearly 5-year-old daughter he had with his second ex-wife, Maryanne Karandang. Ongoing custody battles had added tension to his relationships with both women, making every handoff and visitation a potential point of conflict. It was Maryanne who had grown increasingly worried that afternoon when the school called to say Cecilia was still waiting, prompting her to make that fateful 911 call.
I'm wondering if I'd be able to request a wellness check on someone. Okay, what's going on? So my daughter was supposed to be picked up by her father today, and I got a call from the school that she was still at the school, so I ended up picking her up. They tried to contact him. I tried to call him a couple times and haven't received anything back.
And what's his name?
Todd Morgan.
Has he ever done anything like this?
No, I don't think he would forget his daughter from school, but we are going through some custody issues right now, which is why I find it to be a little bit more unusual.
According to reports, once Maryanne picked her up, Cecilia turned to her mother and asked 3 times in a row, "Where's Daddy?" Her innocent question hung in the air, a heartbreaking echo of the tragedy that had already unfolded, though no one knew it yet. Thankfully, neither child was present at the scene that evening, sparing them from witnessing the horror firsthand. But rewind earlier that day, elderly neighbors Eugene and Sherry, who lived just down the street, recalled hearing strange pops around 7:15 a.m., sounds that at first they dismissed as perhaps construction noise from Todd's ongoing home renovations.
minutes.
You heard the
two shots, I'm assuming. I don't know. And then I thought someone was banging on something. And then a little pause, and then 4 more.
Peering from their window, they watched as someone emerged from Todd's house, a figure with shoulder-length hair and a noticeably small build, moving with purpose toward a light-colored car that had been sitting there since before dawn. The person got in and drove off at a noticeably quick pace, leaving behind an air of mystery that would soon turn into suspicion as the day unfolded.
And I saw somebody come out of the house to the car that was next to the Porsche. They were in the car. I mean, it was there.
The Porsche?
No, it was next to the Porsche.
Okay.
And it was there when I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock. As I walked.
The car was already there.
The car was already there. The person was due. When I woke up.
Okay.
But at 7:15, 7:20, I heard, and then I saw someone come out of the house, go to the car, open up the car, was there for a while, and then took something back into the house, like a package or a box, it looked like.
Okay.
And then came back out, not running, but walking fast.
Quick paced?
Yes.
At what time was that?
It had to be 7:20.
At 7:20.
Yeah, it all happened within a couple
That
of
was
minutes.
When you heard the
two shots, I'm assuming. I don't know. And then I thought someone was banging on something. And then a little pause, and then 4 more.
Can you describe that car?
It was a smaller car, light colored, maybe a light blue, light gray. I couldn't get the make of it.
Do you happen to have cameras?
I checked my ring.
You didn't pick it up?
It didn't pick it. It didn't pick it up.
Okay. It was like a 4-door or 2-door?
I couldn't tell.
Did you see the person that was driving?
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not see the person.
Okay.
My wife thinks there was long hair.
Sherry's description to the officers was vivid, her words cutting through the confusion as she tried to piece together what she'd seen from afar.
So then I saw somebody come out of the house with long hair to the shoulders. I couldn't even tell you if it was male or female, to be honest with you. It looked like a smaller frame, not a big person. Got into a little car. I wouldn't say the car was champagne colored. He said it was bluish. So there you go for our perspective of what it was.
She went on to describe the car, a 4-door model that stood out because it wasn't one of the usual vehicles seen around Todd's place.
There are cars. Todd, from what I know, he's only been here less than a year. He has 2 children from different mothers. They're coming and going all the time, dropping kids off.
Oh, sure.
And there's always like a Jeep there from somebody he knows. And I don't know if it's one of the mothers or not, but it's a newer Jeep. This was a car that I'd never seen.
It had been parked right beside Todd's own black 2015 SUV, adding to the oddity of the scene. The neighbor's Ring footage provided crucial timestamps. The mysterious car was clearly visible at 6:50 a.m., but by 7:30 a.m., it had completely vanished, as if it had never been there. From what they could tell, the person had carried some kind of package or box inside the house earlier, only to return moments later and head back out, their movements deliberate but not frantic.
The person came out, like Jean said, grabbed something from the car. I thought it was more like a package. He thought it was like a box. Again, we weren't putting anything in perspective. It's just what we walked as passing by. And then the person took something back into the house and then came back out and then just drove away. And Jean even commented like, well, there couldn't have been anything. They're not in a rush. So
10 to 7, the car is there? Okay.
I don't know how to work this thing. But that,
Okay, so that's the car.
yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything for that or whatever.
Okay. I'll give this back to you. I'll go tell.
Okay, I'm not sure how to.
Yeah.
And then it jumps to 7:30 and it's gone.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
So what time is that? Right.
6:50.
50.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 7, it's gone.
Yeah. Well, the next spot on here is
7:30.
so there was a gap.
Okay.
And then it's gone at 7:30.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Meanwhile, another neighbor, Linda, who lived a few houses down and whose teenage daughter had occasionally babysat Todd's kids about a year prior, shared her own uneasy feelings during her interview with police.
I always said there's something off about him. Like, I get really feelings about people when I meet people, and I always said, I don't think there seems to be something strange about him, but I couldn't put it down.
Has he ever mentioned anything odd to you before?
I
Like strange, ever saying anything strange to you? Just seems
odd.
odd.
Linda couldn't quite put her finger on it, but she questioned everything about his lifestyle. His claims of a remote work-from-home job that kept him inside all day, his frequent errands to the gym or stores, and just the overall vibe he gave off, which made her wary enough to limit her daughter's involvement.
Work from home. What does he do? He drives a Porsche.
I think it could be some kind of computer on work at home job. I mean, that's pretty common nowadays.
Fixing up the house the whole time. Where does this guy get his money from? I don't know. What does he do? And he says, oh, he needs to run errands and go to the gym, and so he wants my daughter to babysit. Where's he going?
You ever noticed any depression or anything like that?
He just seems off.
Just seems off.
He seems like off, like weird. Like, I don't know. I get a very off feeling about him.
What's your name, ma'am?
My name's Linda.
As the medical examiner's autopsy report came in, it painted a grim picture of the attack. Todd had been struck by 7 gunshots in total, each one deliberate and devastating. 2 of those wounds, located just above his left collarbone, were deemed fatal on their own, capable of ending his life within minutes. The skin around some shots showed clear stippling, those telltale powder burns that only occur when a gun is fired at extremely close range, suggesting this was no distant assault, but something deeply personal and up close. Further analysis revealed that the shell casings recovered from the scene were a match to those from an unsolved 2021 murder in Cleveland, where the prime suspect had been Marianne Karandang, a 32-year-old woman whose path would soon intersect with this case in shocking ways. Forensic tests confirmed her DNA on a black and mild cigar found discarded in the bedroom, as well as on several used condoms scattered nearby. Even more damning, the bloody footprints leading out to the deck perfectly matched the tread pattern of Nike sneakers she had been photographed wearing in her own Facebook posts. Digital trails added layers to the evidence.
Let me double check Sean's tread.
Unless when Sean walks back out, he did, but we both went over the water.
All right. Lee, just for good measure, bottom of your feet. All right, definitely. Can I see your tread on your shoes? Yeah, definitely not you. Okay. There's footprints all over in the blood, and it looks like boots. So.
I don't think it's Cassie's either because her tread's.
Yeah, nobody. It matches nobody's.
Can I see the bottom of your boot real quick, just to see? No. No. Can I see the bottom of your shoe? Please.
I try to tippy-toe around.
Bumble dating app chats between Todd and Pascal showed how they had first connected, their conversations moving from flirtatious to intimate. Then there were the Cash App transactions, a $50 payment successfully sent from Todd to Pascal at 7 a.m. that morning, followed by an attempted $1,000 transfer at 7:23 a.m. that remained unconfirmed. That second payment required a final approval tap on Todd's phone, but by then, it was too late. He was already gone, leaving the transaction hanging as a digital timestamp of his final moments. The heartbreaking task of notification fell to the officers, who arrived at Maryanne's door to deliver the devastating news. In her interview, she shared details of Todd's struggles, including his last breathalyzer test via the Isabir device at 7 a.m. on April 18th, which registered a 0 alcohol reading, indicating he had been sober the day before the murder. Grasping for any leads, Maryanne pointed investigators toward Teresa Reagan's boyfriend, whose jealousy had reportedly simmered over the years, making simple custody exchanges for Aaron tense enough that they had to occur in public places like police stations to avoid confrontations. Teresa herself, when interviewed, denied any recent fights or escalations that could have led to this.
We found Todd dead today. So.
And any explanation?
We're still in ongoing investigation. We have the detectives looking into it right now.
Yeah, as we find out more.
Required to do an isober device.
What's that?
It's to he'll breathe into it and it reads whether he's had a drink or not.
For the vehicle?
Just any.
Oh wow, anything at all? Okay.
And the last report I got was from yesterday at 7:00 in the morning.
You get reports from?
Yeah,
the
it
ISO?
emails
No
the
kidding.
results.
So you got a result for that test yesterday?
Yes, I can pull it up.
Does it give numbers or just say if it's positive or negative for alcohol?
It does give numbers.
Okay.
What's this test called again?
iSober device. Only other thing I can think of, but this was well over a year ago, his ex was dating someone that he said felt threatened by her and him ever having to exchange anything in person.
Okay.
So they would meet.
They would meet at like a police department or a common area.
It's his girlfriend's.
His ex-wife's boyfriend.
His other ex-wife's.
January. And at that time he said he was dating someone.
Okay. But you didn't confirm or deny that. You don't know at all.
Amid the grief, small details emerged. Todd's phone had vanished from the scene. His wallet was found but empty of cash. Though family said he rarely carried much, and valuable laptops remained untouched, scattered in plain view. These inconsistencies ruled out a simple robbery motive, pushing detectives to dig deeper into Todd's personal life for answers. Just one day after the discovery, on April 20th, 2023, Terriana Pascal was brought in for questioning, her denial starting almost immediately as the detectives laid out their case. She claimed no knowledge of the accidental 911 call that had pinged from her phone right at the time of the shooting. Confronted with evidence, they showed her Google searches for Todd's exact address, pulled directly from her device. In the days following, she had obsessively searched her own name 41 times in connection to the case, devouring news articles about the Hudson murder, as if trying to stay one step ahead. Yet, through it all, she held firm to her story, refusing to crack even as the walls closed in.
Okay. I'll be back here in about 5 minutes, okay? Okay, you need anything? Are you okay? Yes. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay. You ever been to Hudson before?
I don't recall.
Okay. What about around Aggravated?
Like, go to a lot of places.
Okay. But you can't recall being in Hudson?
No.
Your phone, why would it dial 911 on April 19th? In the morning of April 19th around 7:22 in the morning.
My phone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why my phone would call. I didn't call nobody.
You didn't call 911?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I don't know. Did they say I called? I didn't call.
Yeah, we get your phone number, and we attempted to call back that morning. We could get an answer. So here's what's interesting about these two photos, right? Okay, these two photos were actually on your phone.
On my phone?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they weren't on my phone.
You actually typed in a search for this guy, and you viewed this image on your phone. You also did a search for 328 West Streetsville Street, and you viewed this image on your phone. Barry, we're giving you an opportunity here to talk to us. We need to know what happened.
Okay, and I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. But what do you have? I don't know what's going on.
We've got a lot of information. We have DNA evidence. We have video. We have phone calls. We have Bumble chat messages. Okay, we have shell casings. We have shoe prints. We've got a lot of stuff that is a lot of good evidence here. Okay, this is your opportunity to talk to us about it. What's that?
I really don't know what you want me to say.
I want to know what happened. We want to know what happened. We have a lot of questions. We want to know what happened. So, Todd Morgan sent you $50 in the morning of April 19th. Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay, but he did. So, what I want to ask you is, there was another payment. About 23 minutes later, there was a $1,000 payment that was sent from Todd Morgan to Black Beauty. And you confirm that Black Beauty, this Cash App is you. That's you, obviously, in that picture. So he sent you $1,000. Now, we go back to a $50 payment. You say, guys send you random $50 every now and then. Okay, you guys send you random $1,000 payments?
No.
Okay, so
it can happen.
It could happen?
It could happen.
Okay, so the morning of April 19th, here's what we have. We have this Cash App payment, right? I went through for $50. We have another Cash App payment that was 23 minutes later for $1,000. We have this vehicle leaving Todd Morgan's house at around 7:23 in the morning on April 19th. You said that's your car.
Mm-hmm.
Have your phone at 320 West Streetsboro Street on April 19th at 7 in the morning. You actually have your phone at that address after midnight on April 19th, which looks like it was there overnight. It's not possible. Your DNA is inside of that house. Black and Miles are inside of that house. There are shipments that are inside of the house that match shoes that you're wearing in Facebook photos.
The digital footprint was undeniable. Pascal's phone records placed her at the scene overnight from April 18th into the 19th, only leaving at precisely 7:23 a.m., heading southbound on I-271 at high speed. Todd's own phone followed the same trajectory for a short while before its signal abruptly stopped along the highway, believed to have been tossed out a window and lost forever despite multiple searches. Desperate to cover her tracks, she switched to a new device on April 22nd and even searched online for ways to evade tracking without a SIM card. Her silver Ford Taurus X, notably missing its back license plate, was later found parked at her sister's apartment, its description and location matching the ring footage from the neighbors perfectly. Their connection had started innocently enough on Bumble, evolving in a private text that revealed a night spent together, one that ended in tragedy. Pascal was arrested on April 20th, 2023, facing a slew of serious charges: aggravated murder enhanced by the use of a firearm, tampering with evidence, theft of Todd's phone, and the attempted theft of that $1,000 Cash App payment. After months of preparation, Pascal entered a guilty plea on September 18th, 2024, avoiding a full trial but facing the consequences head-on. She was sentenced the next day, September 19th, 2024, to 20 years to life in prison for the aggravated murder, plus a mandatory 3-year term for the firearm specification, making her eligible for parole after 23 years at the earliest.
Yes, to his family, I'm very sorry, and I hope that one day that you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. That's it.
Sentencing you to a period of 20 years to life on count 1, aggravated murder and unclassified felony. In addition, that sentence will run consecutive to the 3-year firearm specification, which is attached to that count 1. That firearm specification 3-year sentence must be served first, it must be consecutive, and it is in fact mandatory. This will make you eligible for parole, which there's no guarantee of that, at the earliest at 23 years, but you could serve up to life in prison for this matter. Do you understand all of that, Ms. Paschal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Todd's funeral was held at Lifestream Church on May 1st, 2023, a gathering filled with tears and tribute from those who knew him best. Todd himself had built a remarkable life. Born in 1981 in Grand Rapids, Michigan, he earned his doctorate and became a beloved finance professor at Cleveland State University, passionate about teaching, travel, animals, and above all, his children. Now, Aaron and Cecilia must navigate a world without their father, their lives forever altered by this senseless act. As for Pascal, she faces the possibility of parole in 2046, but for Todd's loved ones, true closure may never come. If this case stayed with you, like and subscribe. Some truths whisper until they scream.